Everybody wants to go wine hopping and wants to get a glass of something or pop a bottle. But how many of us are really invested to where we want to get our education on and really know what we're drinking? We've got some ideas for you, and it is going to start with this book, What's All the Whining About? First things first, we know, and I say this as an assumption, but work with me. We know that wine can be a little daunting for some people. For years, okay, let's just say centuries, people have made it appear that for you to enjoy wine, you pretty much had to go to school. And the fact of the matter is, that's just not true. There are resources out there that allow us to learn more about wine every single day, and this is just one of them. So I have the book, What's All the Whining About? The Beginner's Guide to Learning Wine Snobbery. This is by Margot Dillard. It's a very simple book, and it's under $11. Yes, it is affordable, so that's a good thing. So what I really love about this book is, number one, if you are a person who is just getting started on your wine learning journey, this is made for you. Not only does Margot go into the quick details about what type of grapes are out there, what different wines come from what different countries and regions, how to store your wine. There's also a glossary in here and a place where you can learn about the rating system. She really does cover all the details in this one little book, and it's easy to read. I want to say, in terms of pages, I think it's like maybe 180, and the rest of it is about glassware, the glossary, and a few other resources that would be great for you to start your wine education journey. Let me give you some deeper details about the book, because yeah, you could get any kind of book to learn about wine, but this one I really want to focus on because, again, I love the idea of a full-fledged resource that isn't going to break the bank. That's the beauty of it here. So Margot goes into this book, first of all, talking about the history of wine. Do you need to know it? Not necessarily, but you may be interested because it explains why some grapes are the way they are. Then she goes into the different varieties of grapes. Nothing against certain ones, but the region says a great deal about what you're going to get. And I do believe that is a chapter you want to read. But more importantly, it then talks about reading the wine label, how to store your wines, how the wines are rated, how to serve your wines, and then matchmaking in terms of wine and food pairings. So you really could get all that you need in this one book. And for those of us who are just getting started, but we don't want to go out and feel as if we're walking into this no man's land of options, and you know what I'm talking about. You've been to the stores and you're like, I don't even know where to go. And I don't know a Pinot Noir versus a Pinot Grigio versus a Burgundy or a Cabernet Sauvignon. I don't know. We don't have to be there anymore. This is quick, it's petite. I will also say that if you just want to get into it, just to find your particular wine, that's there too. The glossary is deep. I love the glossary. I also like the idea that she does include tasting terms. There is a chapter here on tastings. And then she always ends it with a few places of quick points so you can walk away with something. Another quick weekend read. Another quick weekend read. Oh my God. This is another quick weekend read. But even more than that, you can just open this up whenever you have a question about wine or the wine that you enjoyed one night before, you just want to dig more into it. So again, this is What's All the Whining About? The Beginner's Guide to Learning Wine Snobbery. I do believe that you can leave after reading this book with a little bit of extra tip in your nose that may be there. But this is, I want to say, under $11, and it can be found at a variety of bookstores.